Hi, good evening, guys. Good evening. Happy Sunday. My name is Clarissa Young, and I'm your Fab Motivator. That's FAB. I help other women find acceptable balance when it comes to esteem, health, wellness, and prosperity. I'd like to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for joining me along this journey and sharing this video. I'm coming here with information regarding my book. I want to read it with you guys. Good evening, everybody. Come on in. Please do me the huge favor of sharing this video and inviting your friends. I want to open up the pages to my baby and share a little bit of information with you guys. Hey Lexus, hey Justin, hey Sakina, hey Emma, hey Pam, hey Monique. Thank you all so much. Come on in, hit the bottom left share button. Thank you, Shamika, for sharing. I love you all. Hey Melody. And so I'm going to read from the book. I am nervous, okay? I'm going to read from the book, and we'll see from there. This is my first time. I'm a brand new published author, so all of this is new for me. Hey Yolanda, hey Bessie, hey Miss Regina, hey Latia. And so, first of all, I want to say thank you so much for all the love and all of the support. Everyone that ordered your pre-order books, I am waiting on your shirts to come in. And as soon as your shirts come on in, I'm trying to push the guy to get them sooner than later. But as soon as the shirts come in, I will be sending off your books and so forth to you. I am like blown out of the parks. I just found out yesterday that the average book that's published sells about 250 copies per year. The average book that's published sells about 250 copies per year, and with you guys' support, I have sold about 75 books, and my book just got published on September the 9th. And so today makes 1 week birthday of my book. 1 week birthday of my book, Finding Acceptable Balance. I am super ecstatic and super proud. Because technically it's not even launched yet. I'm waiting on my pre-orders to be sent out, and the launch party is September the 26th. If you guys can come on by. It was going to be a free event. Okay, so I can talk here forever. And so one of the questions I kind of want to go on to is I want to give you a little background. So when I first started writing, my thing was like, it'd be kind of cool to say, you know, I'm an author, you know, I'll be able to add it to my list of different things that I'm doing. So, okay, let's write a book. As I began to write and as I sat down, I grew a love for this book. I grew a passion for this book. It turned from something cool to do to I want to change lives. And so I really sat down and I really put a lot of thought, a lot of time into this book. And it's funny, right? I found out when I got attached to my book, when I knew my book was like for any mama bears that's out there. So I wrote my book and I sent it over to the editor. And she sent it back with like little comments and so forth, which is their job, right? And I'm like, what she mean? And yeah, I remember that. And so I'm like, I take it. I take this book to heart. It's not just a book, just to send out a book, but I'm connected to this book. I'm hoping that people that read this book will forever be changed. Literally, mentally, physically, spiritually, forever be changed. I'm hoping that this book will also open up my platform, my travel. If my ideal, my passion, if you know me, you know that Rissa's ideal passion is to travel this world and to speak and to motivate people. And so I'm hoping that I'll be able to touch lives, and I'm hoping that this book will also open up doors for me to be able to do more speaking, which already at the book fair, I had 3 people that say that they want me to speak on their panel. So won't he do it? All right. And so now, every book is not for everybody, right? Every book is not for everybody. But however, for this book, if you're considering buying this book was written for that person that's like, I'm on my fitness journey, but I don't see the finish line. I've been trying to lose weight and I don't know how I'm gonna be able to lose this weight. My book is for that person that said, you know, I don't love myself the same, or I don't have the same love of things that I used to do. Maybe, you know, I don't like how I look in clothes sometime, and when I walk into mirrors, I can't look at myself when I look at full body mirrors. Or maybe I'm not visiting family because I feel ashamed of the weight that I put on. Or maybe I used to really love to go out to the mall, but I'm ashamed of what others may think, so I don't go. This book is for somebody that fits in those shoes. Or maybe somebody that feels like I've been helping people all my life and I need help getting this weight off, and I can't find anybody to stick this thing out with me. I can't find anybody to be my support person. Or maybe this book is also for that person that's like, I've been going around this circle, this mountain like Moses, right? I've been going around this mountain for so long. I've been trying to eat right for so long and the scale's not moving. I've been exercising and the scale's not moving. I've been praying and the scale's not moving. This book is for those people. This book was written for those people. And I've written this book because I've been all of those people. I've been there. I still have my good and my bad days. I believe that even my book is going to continue to help me along my journey. I'm almost 200 pounds lost, and so I can relate and I can understand so much. You know, what the enemy thought was going to be my failure, what he thought was going to be my defeat, actually gave me my testimony to be able to help so many others. And so I'm super, super excited about this book. Okay, so let's dive in. So it's new to me, so I don't know if I'm supposed to read and look at y'all and so what. So we're going to figure it out as we go. Do me a huge favor. Invite some friends. Hit the share button. Let's dive in. So this is the book. It's called Finding Acceptable Balance. To change the scale is to change your mind. Okay? And it's written by Clarissa Young. Yours truly. Ha-ha. All right, so I'm gonna read one, maybe two segments, not real long drawn out readings, but just enough for you to get an idea about the book, and then give me some of your feedback. Stay here and I want you to give me some of your feedback. If you don't feel comfortable sharing your feedback here, you can inbox me as well, but stay on, really listen, and really give me your feedback, because it's going to help me. For some reason, I'm thinking about a second book. Lord knows, help me, okay? All right, so oftentimes, let me just read, okay? And so chapter 1 is called My Breaking Point, okay? Oftentimes I'm asked, when did you get to the point that you decided enough is enough? To be honest, I clearly remember that day. I thought I had finally had enough. Standing at 515 pounds and basically imprisoned in my own body seems like I would have been fed up a long time ago. The day that I was at my breaking point was very rough for me. I still remember holding back tears as I was in a public setting and too ashamed to cry. I remember the loneliness I felt. I remember the disappointment I felt. I remember being scared. I remember knowing I wanted better but did not know how it was going to happen. I remember feeling like, just do it, just eat right and lose weight, but I simply could not. I feel like I've been dieting all of my life. With that said, I knew I had the basic knowledge of what I needed to do to lose weight, but was lacking the willpower to last long enough to get the job done. I would tell myself, enough is enough. I'm going to start my healthy lifestyle on Monday. Monday comes, and by lunchtime, I had eaten something I promised myself that I would not eat. Before I knew it, I was waiting for another Monday to reset again. So here it goes, my breaking point. It was during the Christmas season, and my older son, Tyler, my husband, Angelo, and I were out celebrating the holidays. At that time, Tyler was 4 years old, and Angelo and I had only been dating for a few months. Let me give you a little background on Tyler and I. Tyler is who I call my first true love. In life, I felt like I had been searching for love in so many places, but only receiving conditional love, meaning the love that would only love you on your good days or when it was convenient for them. No offense to my family or friends, because I was surrounded by so many people that showed me love, but I still felt like something was missing. So I call him my first true love. Though it was not love at first sight like most mothers with their children, no, guys, if I'm being 100% honest, it was not love at first sight. I remember when he was first born. and I saw him for the first time, my thoughts were, OMG, he got a fat nose. Well, he was 9 pounds and 10 ounces. Everything was fat about my little one, the biggest baby in the NICU. Within days, I grew in love, but that love was tainted by fear. I feared that I would lose him, like I lost the other people that I loved. Though I didn't lose them all to death, the relationships were not the best as I would have liked them to be. I'm referring to parents, siblings, ex-boyfriends, etc., you name it. It just seemed like as soon as I opened my heart, something would go wrong. So you see, when I had my Tyler, my baby, I knew that I had love. I knew that he would love me, and I knew that I would love him too. Only death could separate us. So I began to worry that he was going to die, and I would pray to God to not take my baby away. At that time, I even informed the church that I attended of my fears. To be honest, I think I may have been suffering from slight postpartum depression. This kid of mine meant the world to me. For many years, some have come and some have gone. But for the most part, it was him and me, son and mommy. Tyler was my everything and my all in all. I was very much so a mama bear when it came to him. And I've always been a very involved mother. We did everything together. We baked. We did arts and crafts. We went to the circus. We went to the movies. We watched TV. We did everything that I could do sitting down. In fact, I don't think besides the 10 days after birth where he stayed in the hospital that we have ever spent a full day apart until he was around 2 years old. Back to my breaking point. We arrived at Christmas event. It's a beautiful family outside event that stretches about 2 blocks long. As soon as we pulled up to the event, anxiety begins to kick in. As we could not find close parking. The Christmas light was gleaming and the fake Florida snow was in the air. My baby had the biggest joy in his heart, but I was in despair. After parking, we immediately got out the car and walked over to the event. It took me 5 minutes to arrive at the event. A person in shape could have walked the same distance in 1 minute. I immediately needed to sit down, and that's what I did. I sat down and took a long glare down a block with all the festivities. To me, it looked like 3 miles of activities. In all, it probably was about 1/3 of a mile stretch. I just could not do it to the pain. My knees, my back, and my spirit was hurting. I saw the joy in Tyler's face when Angelo told me that he told me that he and Tyler will go do a few things and will be back. I asked Tyler, was he sure he wanted to go? And of course he said yes. I was hurt, but truly understood. My baby did not want to sit. He wanted to walk and enjoy the festivities. At this point, I took a flash forward mentally of Tyler's life. I began to think about how I could lose my baby's love and attention because of my immobility. I began to see him wanting to go places and wanting to do things that I just was not in a shape to do. In fact, it was around the age 4 that I started planning him a birthday party to Race Car Extreme. Race Car Extreme is a big indoor park that is really nice. Well, so I think. I still haven't been there. There were 2 big problems with planning this birthday. For one, he had to be 8 years old. No biggie. God's willing, he'll turn 8 one day. The second was mommy needs to be able to fit in a go-kart. Because of the fear of me not being able to fit in a go-kart, we have yet to go to this facility. I don't know if Tyler even knows that it exists. This was just one of the many things that I was afraid that I would miss out on if I did not get my health together. I did not want to miss out on the festival, the go-karts, or any other events in my baby's life because I could not physically stand for over 5 minutes. As I said at the Christmas event, it was hot, but I felt cold. Though it was packed with people, I felt alone as I watched my baby walk hand in hand with my boyfriend at that time. I felt more alone as I watched everyone else laugh, smile, walk, and take pictures with their family. I had no one to take photos with. To be honest, I don't think my confidence was even high enough to want to take a picture. Now, don't get me wrong. Once they invented the delete button, I would delete all the pictures before anyone else could see. I had no problem taking pictures. I would delete any pictures that I thought my stomach looked too big, my butt looked too flat, or anything else that I didn't like. All those pictures with me and my heavies on social media, such and such, were the cream of the crop. You couldn't tell me I wasn't looking skinny in those pictures. Not this day. I didn't want to take any pictures. I just really wanted to go home, put my baby to bed, and just cry. Angelo and Tyler did arrive back with pictures, and because I was not there, I was not in the photos. Therefore, I will not be a part of this memory. As I looked at the pictures, I smiled and appeared to be happy that my baby had a good time and that Angelo was able to save the day, even though my baby really did look cute in his reindeer antlers. I wanted to be there. I wanted to be of the memory, not hear about the memory. I kept up a smile, but on the inside, I was crying. After we drove home, what seemed like longer than a usual ride was also a quiet ride. I did not say anything, and neither did they. Though we only lived about 5 minutes away, it felt like a 30-minute drive. I did as most moms would do and kept my composure together long enough to put my baby to bed. I remember going home alone to my room. As much as I tried to hide it, Angelo was very much aware, and this night he stayed out on the couch. Truthfully, I wish I could have been held and that he would have told me it was going to be okay. In his mind, his way of helping was to give me my space. As much as I really wanted him there, this was a time I needed to spend with God. So I went into my room and I shut my door and I began to cry. That cry went from tears rolling to tears rolling with sobbing to tears rolling with sobbing and yelling. That was a moment I began to cry out to God for help. I asked God for help plenty of times regarding this matter, but this time I was pleading for my life. I was at a point where it would not help me. If he would not help me, then I'd rather not live. I began to think about who would take care of my baby. No one could love my first true love the way that I do. I could not leave him. And I was not trying to go to hell by taking him with me. And yes, the thought did cross my mind. I was in a really tough spot. I was terrified of being 515 pounds and dying. I wasn't terrified of being 515 pounds and dying. I was scared of morbid conditions that could come from being obese. I wasn't scared of morbid conditions that could come from obese. I was not fearful of how I looked or what others thought of me. I was crying because I was afraid of missing out on what's to come in my baby's life. I was scared of him having memories and me not being in them. I was scared that the one person I loved the most would live a life that I could not be a part of. Being overweight can be a very daunting thing. I know there are so many people that can relate to the pain that I felt. Many times people think of weight issues and think of image or health, whereas in reality, most of us suffer mentally. It is the feeling of being scared, hopeless, isolated, imprisoned, or depressed. To those people, I would like to say, you are not alone, and you have found your help in me. I've written this book to provide you with hope, vision, belief, and to start on the inside of you, and to start a fight on the inside of you that will not die down. You will help you accomplish your goals. This book is to let others know that no matter how down you are, you can get back up. To let others remember that no matter how far your goal may seem, it is achievable. To allow others to know that through God, all things are possible. Your goals may not be accomplished overnight, but with you intentionally growing your faith and being persistent, eventually your goals will be achieved. As we get ready to dive deeper into this journey, I do not want you to go at this alone. When trusting God, we turn our finances over to Him, we turn our relationships over to Him, we turn cancer and diseases over to Him. Let us use Him when it comes to the aspect of losing weight. Then it goes into a prayer there. And so that's the segment there that I wanted to share. I promise I will go back and read the comments. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Please take the time to tell me what you think. I do have another segment that I would like to read if you guys are here. We're 20 minutes in. If you don't mind, drop Drop a heart in the comments, one of those hearts in the comments if you like, okay, read a little more, then I'll go for it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you, Justin. Thank you, Melody. Thank you, Latrice. Thank you, Sakina. Thank you, Miss Brenda. If you guys want me to read a little bit more, I have another segment that I set aside to read if y'all wanted to hear it. Yes, hearts. Okay. So let me find it. Again, if you're just tuning in, this is my book, Find an Acceptable Balance. To change the scale, you must change your mind, by Clarissa Young. That was a piece of chapter 1, and now I'll read a piece of chapter 2. Okay? Chapter 2 is called Love Yourself. Once you hit your breaking point, the hardest thing to do at times is to simply love yourself. Often we want to find the perfect diet or the perfect product, but in reality, if you do not love yourself, then almost all plans will fail. I often reflect on when I weighed 515 pounds. Many people thought I had high self-esteem. I believed for others to think I was pretty, that I needed to act like I thought I was pretty. I would dress nice, hold my head high, but deep down inside I was not happy with the quality of my life. I would be honest, my self-love did not happen overnight. Yes, losing some weight has helped my self-esteem. However, I'm in love with the change of the quality of my life, more so than the number on the scale. When I injured my leg in February of 2019, it helped me to realize this. I was 170 pounds lighter at that time of my injury, but lacked mobility, but had limited mobility. So the numbers on the scale were better, but I was in pain every step I took. During these days in pain, I was torn. Many days I wanted to get up and be active, but I was in pain. I had gotten used to being able to move with little discomfort. I had to love myself enough to know I deserved to fight for the things I wanted in life. I knew that life was not over, but I simply had to modify it to fit my current situation. Here are some modifications that you can make today to grow yourself to love tomorrow. Using affirmations to improve self-love. Affirmations, the action or process of affirming something or being affirmed. Affirmations are when you begin to speak into your life. Your mind only knows what you tell it. We say affirmations all the time. Unfortunately, a lot of the times affirmations we use are negative. I would never get this weight off me. I don't like to exercise. I love to eat junk food. Does any of this sound familiar? For many of us, I'm sure we say it, or at least we know someone who says it. The great thing about our mind is that it's reprogrammable. I know this firsthand. I once was the type of person that was too ashamed to take pictures. I would not wear sleeveless clothes, and I refused to look in a full body mirror. I continue to work on myself every day, but I am way past where I used to be mentally. We can change what we think of ourselves, whether if we feel this way because of our own thoughts or because of what someone else said. Let's use our affirmations for positive speaking into our lives. So how to create winning affirmations. Make sure all your affirmations are positive. Make sure all your affirmations speaks into the present. Say your affirmations out loud and with confidence. It's okay if we do not currently believe our affirmations. However, I do need you to believe that one day, by the grace of God, you will be able to walk in your affirmation. You must have hope and vision that what you are saying, even if you do not know how or when it's going to occur, but it's going to occur. Here are some of my affirmations, for example. I am so happy that my health is better than ever, that my knees are pain-free, and that I'm enjoying physical activity. Even during my injury, I was speaking this into my life. I'm so grateful that I'm in control of what I eat. I love to eat healthy, and I eat carbs in moderation. I love me some carbs. It don't say that there, but that's how I feel. All right. I'm so blessed that I now make $5,000 a month. I am thrilled that all my bills are paid, that I'm saving money, and that I have enough money to help others. Again, at this moment, 5,000 is not tangible, but it is believable. Fab activity number 6. Creating positive life-changing affirmations. Slight break. There are 22 activities. This is activity number 6. Start by thinking about what is going on in your life. What are some things that you want to change? Your change can be from bad to good or from good to better. All things in life should grow. There's nothing wrong with being grateful, and aligning yourself for greater. Write down the things that you would like to change. Use positive affirmations to speak on the change. Create 3 positive affirmations. Say them at least 3 times a day for at least 4 weeks or until you see them come to pass. Say them out loud. Be bold. Smile. Maybe even try to look into a mirror while saying them. Sometimes it is great to look at ourselves in a mirror because it will show us how others see us. Have you ever had someone ask you what's wrong and you thought that everything was okay? Even though your words say one thing, your facial expressions and your body language can say another. All of these things need to line up. Your face, your words, and body language need to ooze positivity into your life. And so there's a space there to write the affirmations, and then the Bible verses to meditate on that will further help with this topic. Christ has set me free to experience true freedom. Galatians 5:1. God is my refuge, strength, and help in times of trouble. Psalms 46:1. Because I believe in Jesus, I no longer live in darkness. John 13:46. I choose to have the same attitude that Jesus had. Philippians 2:5. And then the next one goes on to look good, to feel good. All right, and it talks about posture and so forth. And so that's my book. Please, please, please leave me your comments on what you think. The books are available for pre-sale order. The people that ordered their books already pre-sale, I'm waiting on your shirts, and your books will be shipped out to you. The books are $16 for the book. They are also on Amazon. If you Google Find an Acceptable Balance, you will see it on Amazon right there. It's also $16 on Amazon, so if you want it faster, but if you order it through me, I'll personally sign it and get it sent over to you. So it's a little bit more personal. The book launch is September the 26th here in Broward County. It is a free event. Come on out. I'm super, super excited about it. And that is that. That is that. And so there's, like I said, there's 22 activities that's inside the book that I know when we take our time and when we go through it, we'll get to use it. I share more information, more about my story. I share about how it was in Mexico with the sleeve. I share about when I had and didn't have support. I talk on how to get support. And so it's a lot of good information that's shared in here. You can inbox me to order, or you can go directly on Amazon. If you inbox me, just inbox me, and then my phone number, you can text me as well, 954-655-0238. That's 954-655-0238. If you want the shirt and book combination, you have to come directly through me because I don't have the shirts on Amazon. Also, please be sure to check out my webpage as it is up. My website is www.findingacceptablebalance.com. Everything is finding acceptable balance for me. It's finding what works for us, not allowing society to put us into any boxes to say what we can or what we cannot do. Not even allowing ourselves to put ourselves inside any boxes, not judging our future by what we currently see today. When you have faith, when you believe in yourself, when you continue to push, like I said with these affirmations, even if you do not see it today possible, as long as you believe, you cannot achieve something that you don't believe. You have to believe, I'm going to be able to get this weight up off of me. I'm going to be able to love myself. I'm going to have mobility. You have to be able to believe. You don't need to know how. You don't need to know when, but you need to believe that you can do this. Once you believe that you can do this, you'll get through it. I promise you. I promise you, with faith and being intentional and making steps. Those baby steps, they add up, guys. And so don't knock yourself when you go your couple of days, when you go your week with doing right. Don't knock yourself when you go and you've been killing it and the scale ain't moving. Do not beat yourself up. All those little steps add up, okay? I love you all so much. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for sharing this video. I promise I'm going to go back and read the comments too, okay? Love you guys. Bye-bye.